Good morning. This is me, Leonard Wells, broadcasting as usual from Haslingden, north of Manchester in the UK, on Tuesday the 5th of April 2011. In the UK, the 5th of April is noteworthy because it is the end of the tax year. My subject today is mortgages. I have always felt that a mortgage is in essence wrong. The reason is as follows. In all the good books, it says we have to love our neighbour. We have to care for our neighbour. And in life, I believe in fair shares for all and fair shakes for all. But if you look at a mortgage, the person with the money gets 101% of the deal, while the person with the house gets very little. If you think about it, from the moment you have a mortgage, the lender at any time can come and ask for his money back. At any time. It doesn't matter whether you've paid every single payment on time to date. He is entitled to ask for his money back. So you're out on a limb from day one. Then he can charge you any rate of interest unless it's a fixed term and a fixed interest mortgage. He can charge you any rate of interest he chooses, up to 100% and more. If that's the way the market goes, if the Bank of England or whatever pushes the rates of interest up, you're completely at the mercy of the wind. Now, in addition, not only can he get his money back at any time if you don't pay by selling your house, and he can sell it for 1 penny more than he is owed. The fact that it might be worth a lot more doesn't matter to him. He's only interested in that sum of money that you owe him. And he takes out an insurance policy to cover any difference. For example, if you owe him 10,000 and your house is worth 9,000, he has an insurance policy to cover the difference. And you, the borrower, pay the premiums. So it's as if the lender has 101% of all the good points and you have virtually none other than the loan of the money. So I don't think it's fair in life for one person to have so much of any bargain. I think the lenders ought to have to share the risk so that it isn't just a one-sided arrangement. Now, that said, there ought to be, in addition, an insurance policy which all of the lending industry and the borrower, and to some extent the government, should pay into, which covers you in the case of falling ill, inability to pay. And this would help everybody, because at the moment, if you're thrown out of your house because you can't pay because you're ill, you can then go into state-funded bed and breakfast, which would cost the rest of us an arm and a leg. So why should we pick up the tab for what happens when a lender pulls the plug on you? Now, yesterday, I asked a certain building society, I'm not going to mention any names, but they're quite widely known. And I asked them if I could transfer my little mortgage of 16,000 from my current building society to this one, because I do my banking with this one. So they looked into it, looked at my income, and then they said, more or less, yes, but up front, in addition to the interest on the 16,000, We want £900 up front as a kind of introduction fee. Now, not content with the interest on 16,000 and a good rate of interest and a secure rate of interest, they want 900 quid on top. Well, as far as I'm concerned, they can go and jump from the highest tower on earth. And it makes me want to spit and be ashamed to be British. When you think the mess the bankers got us into in the property boom, and it was all their fault because they were lending too much too easily. Now they want to kick us while we're down. Well, that's my piece for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. God bless, while it's still legal in the UK to say God bless. Take care. All the best.